Teach Baton Rouge, bringing new leaders into our community's classrooms. An introduction to classroom management, student engagement, and high expectations. An introduction to classroom management, student engagement, and high expectations, all aligned to the Louisiana Teacher Performance Evaluation Rubric and the TNTP Core Teaching Rubric. Our first component, classroom management. What is classroom management? It's effective discipline, being prepared for class. It's motivating your students. It's providing a safe, comfortable learning environment. It's building your students' self-esteem. It's being creative and imaginative in daily lessons. That's classroom management. As you go and start to observe classrooms, what are a few look-fors as you start to observe? In the area of management of instructional groups, you're looking for teachers that are purposely and cooperatively working with groups with little or no supervision from the teacher. In the area of management of transitions, this is where teachers are engaging students in different types of activities in large group, small group, and independent work, and where students are moving from one activity to the other, and it seems to be seamlessly. In the area of management of materials and supplies, the teachers implement routines for distribution and collection of materials, with a minimum of disruption to the flow of instruction. And lastly, performance of non-instructional duties. These are duties such as taking attendance and recording the lunch count, and they do this without losing any instructional time. Look-fors for classroom management. Let's review a few look-fors for classroom management. Little or no loss of instructional time, effective management of instructional groups, consistent management of materials and supplies, and lastly, smooth functioning of all routines. These are just a few look-fors for classroom management. As a new teacher, the rubric at the top is the rubric that you'll be evaluated by. It's the Compass Teacher Rubric. The rubric at the bottom is the rubric that you will be evaluated by as a new teacher in Teach Baton Rouge during the summer and during the school year. The next component is student engagement. What is student engagement? It's the degree of attention, curiosity, interest, optimism, and passion the students show when they are learning or being taught. Students are immersed in work that has clear meaning and immediate value to them. That's student engagement. Look-fors for student engagement. Under activities and assignments, these activities and assignments are aligned to the goals of the lesson. Under grouping of students, students are grouped for instruction, and this is very important, and there are many options as to how students are grouped. Instructional materials and resources, the teacher selects the materials that are best suited for engaging students in deep learning. For structure and pacing, a well-designed lesson keeps things moving. Students are neither bored nor rushed in completing this task. Just a few look-fors for student engagement. Now let's review a few look-fors for student engagement. The activities are aligned with the goals of the lesson. Student enthusiasm, interest, thinking, problem solving. Learning tasks that require high-level student thinking or align with lesson objectives. Students, highly motivated, work on all tasks and are persistent even when the tasks are challenging. Students actively working rather than watching while their teacher works. And lastly, suitable pacing of the lesson, neither dragging nor rushed, with time for closure and student reflection. Look fors for student engagement. Here again, you can see that this component 2 is aligned to the Compass Teacher rubric and to the rubric by the New Teacher Project that you will be evaluated by during the summer and during the year. The last component that I will be introducing is high expectations. Fostering a learning environment that supports and motivates students to do their personal best. Creating the conditions that support and lift all kids regardless of their socioeconomic status, race, or initial ability. High expectations. A few look-fors for the component of high expectations. Teachers demonstrate respect for students' ideas and suggestions. Teachers demonstrate verbally and through their actions that they hold high expectations for all students. Teachers consistently increase the academic demands on their students, consistently encouraging students to attempt slightly more advanced work. Nature of the interactions and tone of conversations with and among students reflect they are interested in and value learning and hard work. High expectations, look-fors. The rubric for high expectations, Standard 2, teaching all students. The teacher promotes the learning and growth of all students through instructional practices that establish high expectations, create a safe and effective classroom environment, and demonstrate cultural proficiency. And we can see our indicator, and we can also see the areas of proficiency, be it unsatisfactory, needs improvement, proficiency, or exemplary. Now that you've had this introduction to classroom management, student engagement, and high expectations, please use this information to complete your independent work. Thank you.